Herschel had a bad ankle, as I recall. One of the few games that he missed, maybe the only, and I knew from experience you just can't play it back or push it back when they don't have their wheels 100%.
So that created another interesting opportunity for us for the next game, because now is Georgia really that good? We're going to find out because Herschel's not in there.
Ole Miss was a tough game. They were a very good team and didn't quit and didn't give up.
They had a quarterback named John Forcade who was just a tremendous athlete. He was the Tebow of that day. I would say that he ran the ball a lot. He was big and strong.
Boy, I think Eddie got to him 3-4 times that game, ripped his jersey apart. Our defense was phenomenal. They really got after him that day.
We ran a lot of, I believe it was some 5-zone and 5-man where we had guys both underneath and coming over the top, and it worked really, really well.
I had my one and only interception in the Ole Miss game, and I think it was tipped at the line of scrimmage and it came down like a duck.
I had gotten loose, and the guy, Gino English was his name, and he caught the ball on the 2, and I'd gotten down there and basically, swung him around or pulled him down at the 9-yard line, which was, big in those days. What was funny is the next day in the paper, because athletes always like to see their picture in the paper, right? So it had that play. There I was. You couldn't see my number, but it says Bob Kelly tackles Gino English. It's like, what the hell? No respect.
With Herschel out most of the game with his ankle injury, Carney Norris stepped in and had a day to remember with 150 rushing yards.
Norris was a good little back, and he ended up having, I think, almost 150 yards in that football game.
Carney played very well. Again, Carney probably should have been the starter if Herschel wasn't there. That's the type of talent that he has. And over his history of his career, you could tell he had plenty of talent.
We had all the confidence in the world in Carney and what he could do.
Carney's one of those guys that probably could have started for anybody else in the league or anybody else in the country, as a matter of fact.
Different style, different mold than Herschel. He's, much shorter, much smaller, but his quickness and his breakaway speed right at the line of scrimmage was second to none.
Another example of somebody needing to step up to do their part, whenever they were called upon.
If I had to describe what he was about, is people accepted their role within the team. There could have been a lot of people upset they weren't starting. Poochie could have had a bad attitude because he knew he was probably never going to play or start at running back again during his career. And he came in there and he gained, I think, 100 and something yards.
He stepped up and filled the shoes of Herschel. And we realized at that time if something were to happen, we had that team spirit that if something were to happen to Herschel, Poochie could step in.
In the passing game, Buck connected with Amp Arnold and Charles Jr. on some big plays, and Georgia held on for a hard-fought victory.
This was the second conference game for us, and so it was important that we win it, and we frankly made it a little too close for comfort again.
It was a battle, but it was a good win for us.